Okay, part two, changing your identity. So yeah, okay, so back to it. So like that's like one of the conflicts type situation thing. And like the other thing is like when you're majoring in something, like, I guess it doesn't matter, but like the people who are around you, because like I don't know, because I did like, because look, I'm gonna be like I have like two experiences. Okay, one person random, I met them and they were studying business, but like they told me like they just went to business because they don't know what they're doing. And like I guess maybe most business majors that's what it is. Like some people like actually like it and are interested in it. Some people, which is great. Another thing is like I went to university for a bit, for a bit. Try it out, I guess. I'm not a dropout. Okay, leave me alone. Um, and I just like saw the people who were there with me, and they were so like no hate towards them, not all of them, obviously, but like I don't know, cause like for example, like marketing. The thing my issue with marketing is that like marketing is very useful, but like I don't know why in my area there's just not that many like marketing jobs, and if there are, they don't even require a degree. Even though marketing is like very good, and most people kind of suck at marketing, and maybe that's why. But like even like marketing as it was taught, like to me, it wasn't like actual marketing. Like half of it was communication, and then it was marketing, with an emphasis on communication. So like obviously like, communication and marketing is a very useful like degree, and it's like you can go in like any industry with that because every industry needs communication and marketing, right? Obviously. But like I guess to me, I just like saw how like they had like workshops or like whatever, and it was like World Microsoft Word and PowerPoint and Excel, and I was just like Word, like, and they were like some of the people were like worried about that, and I was like, you're worried about Word, how to add a title to a document? I mean, like, not judging, even though my page says something else. But it's like I'm no, like you don't need to teach me how to use PowerPoint. I'm in university. We were taught that in elementary school, even in high school, like or not even middle school. Like what, what, and like I don't know. It feels like most people who are there, I don't know. It's because marketing is seen as like an easier major, and it is a bit creative, and it could be fun, and it's very 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 important, like literally. But that's the thing, like marketing is all that. Like I understand marketing, and I don't think it's rocket science. And my degree for communication and marketing was 4 years, and the 1 year would be wasted towards freaking World Word and PowerPoint and Excel. Okay, Excel. Okay, people are struggling. I like got my certificates for Excel like 3 years ago, but hey, like I mean, like right now, if you like, even like the thing is, like, you could just figure things out. You could just Google things. You can just Google things sometimes and figure things out. You're like, how do I make a graph in Excel? Boom, boom. Like you need to spend a whole year, doing all these things. Like some of them are like even like common sense. I feel like from all this, okay. The only one that's like kind of difficult, I would say Excel. Looks like Excel is not that intuitive, and but like PowerPoint, Word document, they're kind of intuitive, right? Like I don't think it's that hard for anyone to use. They're very user friendly. But yeah, anyways, my understanding was this guy, like he was, I don't know, he was like sociology, like a class. And like this guy, he was just like, he was such a bad professor. Which like obviously like there are gonna be good ones and bad ones, and like not like as a person or anything, but like horrendous at teaching. He was just yapping and being angry for like 2 hours basically, and be like, you guys were not listening. I'm like, yeah, bro, we're not gonna be listening to you yap for like 2 hours straight, having a whole monologue and just like being like, sociology is a science, it's a very hard science, and obviously that's like I'm gonna say former girlie in STEM, I guess. I don't know, girl who was in science. I'm just like, you're not, like you are and you're not. Like I get it, but like, why is it important that sociology is seen as a science or not? Like, why is it important? can you actually teach me some sociology instead of you trying to convince me that sociology is a science, you know? But like, I mean, like the other things that they've like mentioned, you know, maybe I didn't give it like a fair shot, let's say, but like they were like common sense a bit. Some of them, most of them, like target audience. Yeah, who doesn't like? I'm like, oh yeah, who doesn't know to think about target audience and whatever? Like, duh, you know. But like, what's common sense to me isn't for you know. And then people like obviously like for some people it's like their first introduction to it. Maybe I've never heard those things, and that's okay. But for me, it's like I've been actually learning about this types of things for a couple of years now, so like I'm very familiar with everything. And the thing is with marketing is that it's so like it's ever changing, you know, it's ever changing and adaptable. And I feel like the great, amazing, greatest marketing strategies would have been taught in like my last year, like my second, or like my third or fourth year. So it would be like 2 years of just too easy, and then like my last 2 years would actually be interesting. And it's like I just like think marketing is like a lot of writing, which is like not true in real life. It's just like not true. Because who even wants to read when it comes to marketing? Like no one, no one. Obviously, like maybe like writing reports, yeah, but like you're not gonna be writing like 1,000 pages like for anything in marketing for your job. You can be making videos. Video essays was introduced a bit and people freaked out like, oh my god, what is a video essay? I'm like, how do you not know what a video essay is? Like, do you think like a video essay is gonna like freak me out? I did math. Like I did like the hardest math, you know? It's kind of weird. I think that's like calculus, I think. I read somewhere like only 10% of like Americans can do calculus, something like that. Or, like I've been introduced to calculus. I don't know. I don't even know. I must have done like calculus and beyond, you know. So and like physics, like I did like all the like you know, like I did like some crazy like science, like math and physics. You think a freaking video essay is gonna like scare me? Do you think that? Like no. No, like that's child's play in a bit, you know. And that's honestly like it would be fun to make a like video essay, and I can make a video essay, obviously because like I've been making like videos on the internet since I was like 10 years old, so like you know it's easy, it's not that big a deal. Okay, thank you. Next, why are you guys freaking out? Next, but like other people like seem to, I don't know, because like marketing can be like a good career path, and like there are like directors in marketing who are doing like a very good like salary whatever. Um, but again, it's like nowadays the job market is so saturated that people with degrees kind of like become unemployed anyways and like cannot even find a job and like pick up other jobs don't even need a degree. Yeah. And obviously like we always talk about that like for example like 4 years ago we were like computer science was like the major, but now it's like oversaturated and people like want to move on to something else and again something else by the time you graduate something else is trending. It's like trending, like a degree is just trending now, you know. It's kind of crazy, but like everything has like a positive and negative because it's like obviously money, obviously, right? But like even when it comes to like medicine, right? I don't want to do medicine. Like I've decided that it's not for me. I realize because it's just like it's just my own body like freaks out because I can understand things, I can grasp concepts, I'm pretty good at learning, but it's just, and even though like I think I could, I don't necessarily want to. It doesn't like it's not for me. And like you'll see like many videos of like other doctors who like have really quit being a doctor even though they spent 12 years and all that because of like the healthcare system and other reasons, you know. And like, you know, salary wise and everything, like it's a lot. Even the like it's every country's healthcare system is different and all that as well. I think a lot of pressure, a lot of studying, a lot of that, and like I don't know, it's because like I'm just like even I remember like when I got like to marketing and I met some people, I'm just like, oh, it's just you don't have to suffer, you know. And you know, because it's weird, you know. It's so weird. Like I know that it's weird for you to hear that, probably from me. I don't know, someone like who has like been in a similar path as me probably can like understand what I'm talking about. But like it's like taking like all this like scientific subjects can be hard. Not always, you know. Obviously, some people thrive at all of them, and obviously I had periods where I thrived in all of them. But obviously, like, professor switched, life happens, motivation and blah blah, and interest and blah blah play a role in all that. But like, no one can argue that scientific degrees or subjects are tend to be more difficult, difficult, but they don't have to be. And obviously, like, own position of it being difficult and all that. But like, I'm talking about percentage wise, most people cannot go into it, which obviously we can change that because like even like people beforehand thought like everyone could read and write and whatever, but we changed that, not through ethical ways in reality worldwide, but like in the future, because I remember this TED talk that Khan Academy made about how like in the future, it would be like basic level for someone to know calculus, for someone to like speak multiple languages, or to like know organic chemistry, like raising the bar bit by bit, and like making things more understandable for like human beings as a whole, and all that. And I truly believe that's feasible. That's feasible in my eyes, I'm just talking about percentage wise. There's a lot more pressure, I would think. Well, I don't know. It's because like I guess imagining what it is that everyone feels this pressure, you know. And it just depends on your like skill set and all that, I guess. Cause like even like people were like stressing out about like a video essay, to me was like nothing, right? But to other people, they were really concerned about it and stressed about it, and it's completely valid. And I cannot sit here and invalidate their own concerns and fears, especially since like they were never maybe introduced to it, or like I've seen one. I don't know. Not everyone's currently online and watches YouTube all the time like us. joking. Um, you know, and other people worried about forgetting a formula, or like not remembering a formula, or like not completely understanding a concept in physics, and not applying the right method, and blah 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 blah. And both are completely valid. And I'm sure like there's definitely like other people like who like in sciences who would not be able to do a video essay and would freak out, obviously. And like other people who are like in science who cannot like do a PowerPoint or word presentation or anything, like blah blah. It's like, and it's normal in reality, because like most like mathematicians don't tend to be that good at English, or like not even that. Like I've seen like so many examples of like people who are so smart in one area but so dumb in another, and that's okay. There's no such thing as smart in that, but like because like I remember like this Nobel piece, not piece, Nobel Nobel winner, whatever, in a certain scientific branch talking about something else, and from another branch that was completely wrong, and agreeing to it. They were like, oh, but this guy's like Nobel, awarded, and but like, just because like you have a Nobel award, it's a Nobel award, yeah, I think, a Nobel award in like chemistry doesn't mean that you know everything about like physics. It doesn't like the vice versa. Like if you have a Nobel like in physics, doesn't mean that you just know things about biology, and you can be like, I believe in this thing in biology. Like, no, like maybe like if you're like, okay, Maria, but maybe the double major or whatever, and like I don't know. Okay, but like I'm talking about people who have not like nothing, like bachelor, master, PhD, whatever, all physics, Nobel Prize physics, slay, okay, and it's talks to me about like eugenics. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe like no, let's like not do that, because like even like people who like we see like people in like scientific branches or whatever, like who are studying such scientific things, whatever degrees, whatever, as like smarter and whatever, right? But like, because I've been in a room with them, right? No offense to anyone watching that, whatever, and, like, in other rooms as well, not even only in school, um but they're so socially dumb, which is like, okay, you're like obviously, right? Obviously, which is honestly true. Like, I get it, like being there myself, obviously. Um, but it's like we're not even talking about socially dumb as in they cannot speak to each other. They lack communication skills. I'm talking about like they believe in eugenics. They're so racist. They're so homophobic. They're so sexist. They're so misogynistic. They're so. I'm generalizing right now, and like I don't mean to generalize. This is only my experience. I'm talking about my own experience right now. Like empathy. It's disgusting. Like they hate the refugees, or like the way they talk about refugees and immigrants is just disgusting. As a whole, and like other people. Not everyone, obviously. Maybe some people argue that like, oh, that those people like exist in every place, degree, whatever. True. But like it's important to talk about how, like, these people are like doing all this kind of things. It doesn't like they don't it doesn't mean that they're smart in everything. And it's generally like I'm telling you, I don't even like the word smart and dumb or whatever. I've talked about this before, right? It's like, yeah, like just because someone can like solve a very hard like math or physics equation, or like explain to you something in biology or chemistry, doesn't mean that they're going to be like, I know, I don't, because I don't want to finish this sentence, but like a good person, let's say. But obviously you're gonna tell me like this obviously applies to everything, right? Like marketing, because like even business or whatever else, engineering, right? Because like it's a person to person thing, obviously. But I don't know. It's just it was so see like even like in school, because it was always seen as like the people in scientific are like the smartest, the best, whatever, and everyone else just sucks, basically. And like they're always like held us at a higher regard than everyone else. And that's the thing. It's because like if that's the thing I'm talking about, it's like this thing where like you hold us at like the highest regard, but in reality, we're not. They're not. It just shows you that like intelligence or like knowledge and everything and blah blah. It's just not everything. I know I'm getting a bit off topic here, but just being a good human being, having values, and empathy is much more important than whatever degree you're studying. And I think it's important to talk about like, because we do have stereotypes, and we think certain people doing like going to certain degrees and whatever, we have like stereotypes for everything, and that's like the truth. Like someone going to psychology probably has some psychological issues, obviously. Well, I mean, it's not to say most people do that, to be honest. But like like teachers are like, oh, they're gonna be like more welcoming or whatever. Nurses are probably like the mean girls, in high school or whatever. And yada yada yada, right? But it's important to like acknowledge that they're not true, because like even like, because like when you like go into a certain degree and you have a stereotype of like this type of person going to that degree, it might be like off-putting, or like it might just persuade you to go in there as well. I've not been persuaded into that, but like off-put it maybe a bit. Cause like actually in the beginning, cause like when I was in high school, I actually wanted to change and go and study fashion design. But I thought it would be embarrassing to switch from scientific to anything creative, because like people would think that like I just could not handle it and I could not do it or whatever. Which I watched a video today about how like three problems and solutions to like keeping you from success or whatever, And one of them is doing things out of fear. That was one thing that was like, doing out of fear. But like that was my first year of high school. But the second year, everything changed. And I was okay because I got better teachers as well, and everything was well. I had better class and everything. Third year switch. Third year is just senior is just tough on everyone. And now I'm in this position where like no one is looking at me, and maybe they are, and I don't care. I don't care. Like I don't care. They don't exist. I'm not like here to please everyone, to be liked by everyone, or I'm not doing things from fear anymore. Like I don't care. I don't care if someone, because like even when I got into university and all that, like I was afraid, like oh my god, people were like, they would see me like I got into like marketing, but I did like I'm scientific. That's embarrassing. And like even like when like professors on the first date, asked like what was your first choice and all that. Like send that and like tell me like say my first choice, which was like computer science, like going to marketing. Saying I did like rank marketing pretty high on my list or whatever. And it was something that I wanted, right? And I could not change my list. I made that list like what? Probably like December, January, February, possibly. I don't even know, of last year. But like spring, like everything changes. Like your interests change and stuff. Like I guess I don't know. I was getting like I was like, there was this like this Instagrammer was always talking about like marketing is just amazing and blah 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 whatever. Anyways, is like I don't want to expose myself like Neoli. I don't know what's up with her, but anyways, right. So anyways, so like I felt like it was embarrassing to like not getting where I wanted to get into my first choice. Um, I didn't get in like and even in like in my other country or whatever. I got in for the thing I wanted, but not the university I wanted. So yeah, so technically I could have like went and studied what I wanted in another country, but I didn't like the university in that country, or could have like, and like it wasn't like high ranked the university. You know, like I'm like in the university I got in for marketing is like ranked first, you know. And like was like the other debate that I used to have been like, okay, but what if you like study like something very easy, like a top Ivy, you know, like what if you would go and study like art, for example, at Brown University? I don't even know if they have art, but like for example, you know, and because you just have like the name, the prestige of the name, right? And that's all you wanted anyways in reality, because like duh, right? Even though you got like an easy major or whatever, or like it's seen as an easy major or whatever, but you know. So then like okay, I got into like a top ranked university, but not the major I wanted. The major is easier, but like, and like I know that the university I got is like more prestigious than like the other ones. It's like the best one. I know they only have like two. Like it's fine. It's not fine. Okay, whatever. We only have like two public universities, and the other ones are like private, and the private ones are seen like below the public ones because the private you pay for them. Meanwhile, the public ones are government funded and it's hard to get in. Meanwhile, like for the private ones, it's very easy to get in as long as you pay. You know. So yeah, there's that. Um. So yeah, and the one in my city, well, things now they broke it, so like we have it in three cities. It's kind of like complicated, but yeah. I don't know. It's like there's no before you guys know there's no fashion design in any of the public universities. There's only like in private ones, and I would not do that. If I would go and study fashion design, I would go abroad to do it because it just makes more sense. It would be more cost effective anyways, and it's just my country is not known for fashion at the moment, which obviously like that can be changed, but you know, there's that. But yeah, it's like it's this epiphany of like if something is causing not joy and suffering, you don't have to do it, and you can just follow your heart and follow your happiness and your joy, which is weird, you know. Because like even computer science, it's like oh yeah, computer science, right. But like not gonna lie to you, by the end of like senior year, I kind of like not loved coding anymore. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like even when it comes to like coding, like I don't like the more visual things. I'm like okay, maybe like a website I will build that like it's fun because I can actually see. But when it comes to just like all very very hard like mind buggling whatever that's the word, like think of it as like a Rubik's cube for like your brain as a code, you know. Just not interested in that, you know, or like creating a system for like creating a system for something. Okay, I'm fine with that, but like I don't know, it's like does it spark joy? Eh. Anyway, it's always like something like oh I can do, I'm good at, and that's it. Sparks joy or not, I don't know. Because I remember I even did like career thing quiz, you know, like they always do, right? I actually got like I think I got lawyer, diplomat, and doctor top, and computer science was like ranked like third. But the thing is that I think computer science was something that like I've been told to go into by like my teacher in middle school, and it's so weird how like I listened, but he told me how like I was very good and all that, so I followed in that path. Because I was good, I was a fast learner, and I liked it too. Not gonna lie, like I did, and I do sometimes. You know, like turning like my you're gonna think it's weird, but like turning my brain off in a way of just like being fully focused and committed to this thing and just figuring out like you know it's I like it, you know it's nice. I would think sometimes, you know. Um, that's like I used to like and I used to love technology. I still love technology and I just love screens, you know. Like for example, I love the feeling of screens more than paper. I hated the feeling of paper, but like now I'm in a point in my life where like I have to switch because like even this book, you know that I would not need I don't need this physical book when I have a tablet and a phone and a laptop and the internet. I actually have I have this book downloaded on my phone already, and I still got the copy because I don't want to be on my phone. I want like I'm tired of rubbing a piece of glass for hours on end. Like I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life like this. you know. Like at first when like all this like came was so incredible and like amazing, who think like, you know, I don't need 1,000 books, I can have 1,000 books in my little device, amazing, wonderful, you know. But now it's like I think it's a time for us to like take a step back from technology, you know, because it's harming us, it's harming our relationships to each other, or communication with each other, or abilities, or attention spans, or everything, you know. That's why I got this. So I would like not be on my phone for once. And like not to mention like phones and social media is wired to make you, to keep you on your phone, to keep you on the app, to keep you on the website. I would know. Even though I'm not studying computer science, like I was informed. And I know that things, the most things behind the scenes, and how much like from notifications to the red buttons to like everything and anything is designed. Even like TikTok is just built like um a casino machine, you know, to hook you in so you won't go. And I know it. I know all things behind the scenes, and I still fall for it. At least I do it consciously, I guess. But I don't want to anymore. I don't want to spend my life staring at screens. Like generally, I feel like I've like generally stared at screens more than I've lived my life. Just crazy to think about. But it's like the only way that I know, you know, because I didn't really have any siblings. My friends, the friends that I had, just isolated anyways. People just stopped going out, you know, and like when they would, it would be like a rare thing. It was like once a week at least, but now it's not even once a week. Just kind of crazy. But yeah. And then I see some like even today, like I saw some stories of some people that I met recently, and like they were like a group of friends, and they were just hanging out like every day, which is like something so normal, you know, so normal, and it's just so rare. I would think personally. I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm not like built for like group like hanging out and stuff anymore, because it's not that, you know. And like I think groups are nice, like group of friends, you know, and all that. um and obviously like I did like transition, like I learned a couple of years ago how like it's better to have like hang out one-on-one with people than in a group setting, because like you don't get to know people on a deeper level when you're in a group setting and all that. And like groups kind of disappear, they kind of gossip, you know, and all that. They tend to be toxic and all that. So it's better to just hang out one-on-one with people, which I agree, you know, more or less in reality. Sometimes it's okay to like have like a group thing, you know, for like an activity, an event, girls trip, you know, like random friends, you know, together, let's go. But like I don't know, it's like I don't like, part of me like always wanted it. I always wanted like a big like a friend group that was healthy and we could go out. And it sounds so normal to you, and it should be normal. It is, you know, of just like we're just hanging out, you know, and like a healthy, you know, like friend group. Um, not toxic, because like even my first ever like friend group was very toxic. Um, kind of sad. Yeah, I know. And after that, still like the ones that followed were still not that good, anyways. So yeah, I had one for a brief short of time. Even one person from that friend group was not that good. Ugh. But the other people were, you know, it was like the first time where I felt seen and accepted and heard and loved for all of me, and it was so special to me, and I do love them so much, and I haven't seen them in like 1 or 2 years now, which is crazy. 2 years, I think. Oh my god, you know. Um, yeah, I think I've had like a lot of time by myself to like spend on developing my skill set and learning about the world and things and stuff, you know, which I'm really grateful for. I think that I would have taken that over anything, not gonna lie, because even now it's like going out isn't as fulfilling as you think. Or like as you know, like for me, going I've never been to the club, you know. But like even if I would go, it would not be as fulfilling as staying home and getting some work done. Which is like I know you know, I don't care. I don't care. It's just how you feel. Or like even going out on like a concert or whatever, like except if like the concert is someone that I know and I adore, then yeah. But it's just like a random concert, I'm just like not interested. Or like a random event for like a random thing. Not interested. You know, like I'm just it's not fulfilling. It's not fulfilling to me. Like when you go out with people like they're on their phones, not fulfilling. Going out with someone and like talking for hours, like at a coffee shop or whatever, and just hanging out and just talking about life and our goals and our dreams and all that, it's more fulfilling to me than it is to go to a random concert. And like, because I know I used to go to a concert like recently, you know, but even that, like, it just was a thing. I didn't have like a time in my life. It was like, okay, I had a good day, I had a good time, I think. Do I feel fulfilled? Not really. Not really. But again, it's like when I do work, do I feel fulfilled necessarily? Somewhat, you know, somewhat in reality, because I feel like when I get my work done, I know that like that work that I put out there, um, it's benefiting someone else. You know, like it made someone happier even for 1 second, and I can see it because they let me know and all that, and it just makes me feel like my work has value. Me going out and listening to music that I don't even like with people, I don't, I don't feel like it has much value. Like music in itself has a lot of value, and like such concerts and events have a lot of value. But certain, like, to me, not all of them do. To me personally, like, there are some events that I love, and there are some concerts that like I would love to be part of. You know, and like to go and see. You know, but then again, it's like I would like the idea of them more than me actually being there in a way. You know, yeah. Because right now it's like, okay, who would I really like want to go and like see, like attend, look at a concert, whatever. You know, I would be like, okay, Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor, maybe Taylor Swift. 3, who's would I wanna see like go to their concert? Like genuinely go to their concert. And that's about it. That's about it, because even like the Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish would take for like tickets for her. She's sold out and she's so expensive. Billie Eilish, I would, you know, but like, you know, like for example, like yeah, like that's an event like I would love to go to, you know, like stuff like that. It's just me, I don't know. But in general, I'm really grateful in that I had the ability and like I did go to like that one concert, you know, the rock one, even though I didn't know any of their songs. You know, the music was okay, I guess. Um, you know, for the experience, I did manifest that because I was imagining myself as like going, you know, to a rock concert. Just cause like I just feel like I can just fit in anywhere. um, and yeah, like I'm very versatile. Like yeah, I can do Lana Del Rey, and I can do the rock and roll, and I can do the 80s, and I can do the 70s, and I can do the 50s, and I can do like from rap to hip hop to anything. I can just vibe to, you know. Or you know, I can like I think it's fun as well. Like you know, I'll dress the part as well. um, but yeah, like for example, like if like I had a loved one, a friend, or you know anything, they wanted to do a rock concert, but like I'm not really into rock, I would still go for fun and just like spend time with them, you know, like stuff like that, like you know. So yeah, basically, but yeah, like staying in it is more fulfilling than going out. Like going like we need, I need both, you know, going out as in being out with friends, like just grabbing a coffee or just like hanging out outside or just, you know, going anything outside of your home. Your room is very beneficial, obviously. And I feel like I like it, like organizing things. I think organizing things like here and then like going out and see how things plan out. I think I enjoy organizing and putting things and making things happen. You know, like it's very fun. I think. Yeah, it's nice. So yeah, there's that, I guess. I know we got a bit of topic on like identity and all that, but like I personally think that it's time for like an identity shift. I remember when I went to like a tarot reader and I told her how like it feels like I don't know, like I'm like I was lying or like I cheated because like even in the summer I would still introduce myself as like I don't know, like a girl in STEM or like I study computer science, whatever. And then I get in, okay, for computer engineering and what did I get into? Computer engineering and mechanical engineering. Yeah, I did. Technically, okay. So there's that. But I don't know, it feels like switching and changing my mind feels like cheating, like I've been lying to people this whole time. But no, it wasn't true. It's not true because I'm not been lying to people this whole time. And I'm allowed to change and for my identity to change into, learn new things and try new things and, all that. And obviously, there's no fashion design major. Business administrating, I feel like I was interested, but that's the thing. I'm very conflicted between like how I remember middle school being like, okay, it was better than like spending like 100K on like business degree to like actually start a business and learn for yourself, all that. And all that, and like so you don't necessarily need a business degree to like start a business, So yeah, and most of the time, like in business degrees, like they don't teach you how to like start your own business. They teach you how to manage your business. But like obviously, like it ties to yours like, if you want to have one as well, So just putting that out there, yes, I guess. So there's that. But it was like the people like the fact that most people go and don't know. It's another thing. I don't think it's math. I think in business, I think there is. I feel like that's like why most people switch from business to. It's like when I went to marketing, there were people who like switched from business to marketing because it was difficult and wanted something easier, and marketing was there. I guess. I guess because marketing is just it doesn't have math. Yeah, I think it's like one of those weird things. Like most of the degrees have some math. So yeah. Other than like business, I guess I would go for like international relations. Or there's not international relations, so I would go for like European studies and like French, I guess. But then again, like I went talk with this girl yesterday who said like, oh, I was also thinking of like international relations, but like she went to like a counselor and she told her that it would be better to get a law degree because it's stronger than an international relations degree. It's like more difficult, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. I think I might just go into business. I'm gonna lie to you. Cause the thing is that it's like finally at least something that like it's tied to me and my own life. And so like, okay, computer science, something that like my teacher told me to pursue when I was like 13, and I just went with it. But like when I was 13, I wanted to go to astronomy, but I just can't. I don't want to do that anymore. Talk about suffering astronomy, okay? Mostly math and physics. I'm good. No. I love astronomy. Maybe I could, but not right now. Later on, maybe. I don't want to lose my passion and spark for science and for physics, astronomy, for neuroscience, or like those are the things that mainly interest me. It's more like robotics, neuroscience, and astronomy. Always have been, always will be. Um, Always will be, I guess. But those are like things that I'm the most interested in. Like and computer science, computer engineering, like they just tie into it. Like as I said, bionic arms and legs, stuff like that, and just maybe like building a cute little robot and all that. But like another thing is like when it comes to like robotics and stuff, you think about like the ethicality and the need for it. Because like let's see, like even the Tesla robots, right? Like get the heck out of my face. Like no, I don't want to live in that world. And like I saw like this Instagram account influencer. He was very cool. He would just build like robots and robot pets, and they were amazing and wonderful and incredible. Um, and like they was so cool, to look, and he did look like a character out of Big Hero 6. But I can't like the need, the demand. Why do we have that? Do we need that? Like robot pets, and if yes, what are we trying to feel? We're trying to feel some kind of void. I think, cause like I think like the engineering of it's great. It's amazing. Well, it's not that complicated, but it's great, amazing, and yeah, wow, from scratch and all that. Um, and she was kind of like an Alexa, like a Siri, like a Google assistant where you could just ask her stuff and answer, and kind of like powered by AI basically. But so it's just like an Alexa, that's just a robot and just moving. And okay, like the idea is like like his, like, because he thought about it, he wanted to like basically like if we all have like this robot pet, you can give it a personality that matches with their interests and whatever. You know what? I wouldn't hate it, to be honest. It would actually be kind of fun. But I'm actually kind of concerned because, like, I can imagine it. I can imagine it being fun, like me with my like laptop here and just asking some questions and just chit-chatting with the robot. But then, like, I'm thinking that's kind of sad. I feel like it's gonna like bring us more apart than together. And not to mention, like, having a device that's constantly listening to you. Obviously, we already have phones and all that, and we have Alexas and whatever. But you know, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I guess, on that perspective when it comes to like safety and privacy, because it's over for that, I guess. Doesn't have to be, obviously, like, fight for it, please. But I guess if I have like a little tiny robot here, I would like select a personality for this person and have like the interests that I have. I think it could be useful, and I feel like we shouldn't stunt innovation. Because like even like ChatGPT and AI, like those things are very useful in my opinion, and very helpful when it comes to like creating things and etc. Everyday things. I mean, I've been using them for some time. Like even like writing emails. Like sometimes I'm just like, here's this, or like here's my essay on this, or like here, can you like, here are my ideas, can you like help me like word them properly or whatever. But like even emails, we're just like, it's just an email, doesn't have to like, we don't have to spend so much time on it. You can just help you do that, or like even like with ideas and names and other things, like it just helps you. It's a tool, useful tool. Obviously there are positives and negatives to AI as a whole, but it is true that at the end of the day it's a tool, and how people use this tool is not completely the fault of the creators, in my own opinion. Obviously, like, they should try their best to have some guidelines and well, no guidelines, rather just like systems to prevent people from using it for malicious intent, and firewalls and all that. But I like the way they acquire the data to power the AI, not ethical in reality. But I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Anyways, going back to identity. I know like my identity changes from time to time. I'm like, oh, wouldn't this thing be cool? Wouldn't this thing be cool? Like, if I was a pilot, literally a couple of like weeks ago, I was like, oh, maybe I could be a pilot, and I searched up and like, don't figure it out. Like, it wasn't my dream. It never was my dream. I could do it. I could do anything. You could do anything. But is that what I want? Oh, really? And that's okay. And it's okay to like, I'm just so happy that I took a gap year personally. Like, I really, really am. And I just sincerely don't care what anyone thinks about it. I don't. Because they don't know me. They don't know all the things that I'm doing or I've done and whatever. And I think that I made the right decision. And that's about it. And I shouldn't take advice from someone whom I don't want to be like. Or it's not always like that, but like, sometimes you can take advice from people who don't have the things that you have, or like you want to have or want to be or whatever. It is preventative, depends on the person and all that. But most of the time, it's good to just listen to yourself, and like have some trust in yourself and have trust in your own vision and what you want to create. Because who cares? Some people are just gonna project their own insecurities and fears onto you and tell you it's not possible and it's not feasible and it can all be done and whatever, like with everything and anything. But in reality, it's not true. It's not true. That's why I always tell people everything and anything is possible. You can be the first one, and there are people who, well, it kind of goes like, there are people who have done it before you. There are gonna be people who will do it after you. Why not you now? And if there weren't, you can be the first one. Okay. And that's the thing, that sentence in itself breeds innovation. It brings change. Life is too short, and you only have one of it to do whatever you think you have to do and be miserable. Because we think that we have to sacrifice our interests or whatever to like make a living wage. Things are changing so often that people just cannot. I say, like, I've seen people who have PhDs, who have done PhDs in neuroscience and stuff, and like work at a coffee shop just because there's just no job. What's going on? So you know, obviously education matters, but like, I don't know, I feel like the world is changing. And that's the thing about the degree and all that, because like, God knows how the world will be in like 4 years when I finish my degree. And God knows if I'll be satisfied with a decision I made, 4 years ago. I don't know. Because personally, like in 4 years, I feel like I would be more satisfied having a computer science degree than I would a business degree, personally. Um, I think so. Maybe, possibly. But I guess I'll just go and check for like classes for each degree again. I've done this like countless times already, but to see where I land. And before that, I'm gonna write to get a sewing machine on my board. Okay, because it's something that I've always wanted. So I'm gonna write right now. I think I'm going to change my sewing, my handwriting. With time, it got worse, and I just accepted it. I just made the excuse of like, oh, I've just been writing for so long, and that's why it's worse. And but it's actually not nice because even I'm struggling to read my own handwriting. I remember when I was trying to like read my own journal in the last video, and honestly, I could not read my own journal. I had to like, I mean, I can, but it wasn't the easiest thing ever. But I get it because like when I was writing to get out of my system and not necessarily for me to go back and read again. But for some, it was for me to go back and read again. But anyways, okay, I think this is all I have to say for today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for witnessing me like grow up and like live my life. Because I feel like actually it's been 1 year since I've been like actually making videos like this in reality. Like it has been. Because now I can just go back and like look what I was doing like on this date on in November or whatever, and just see the change and all that. And I think it's so great night, and it's something that I always wanted to have, and do. So there's that. Well, with all that being said, I have another idea for another video, but I'm gonna finish this one here. Thank you so much for watching. See you till next time. Maria out.